He's so amazingly like you. And you're so different from yourself that...
With Erica only temporarily gone, I just don't always have command of myself.
Well, I know, that's what frightens me. Raxel is convinced this because of some evil spirit that has command of you.
Monsieur Kleindale?
Oh. No, it hasn't taken off yet. It can't. Do you see the way it's blowing out there?
I can't be out there and earn a living in here. But as long as it's our weather that has you trapped, the least we can do is be hospitable. How about some of my local magic?
Levitation?
Libation.
Well, neither is my particular weakness. I'll have a sherry, please. Dry.
A real hard drinker.
To each his own. It's like you and these islands. Have you ever left them from the day you were born here?
Just for college? What's that look for? I'll have you understand, I had 5 years of it. I majored in parapsychology.
Sounds tougher than law.
And more interesting. What do you care about my private life?
Well, if parapsychology is what I think it is, you should be able to figure that out for yourself.
I can't read your mind without my cards. Care to tell me?
Right now, I'm looking for some answers.
About Jean-Paul Desmond, no doubt.
You can read me without your cards.
What information could I possibly offer that you don't already have? You know him so much better than I.
Well, I thought I knew him better than anyone, but after the other night...
Not being present, I don't know what you mean.
Vanjie, have you heard the name Jacques Eloi de Monde?
What do you want to know about him?
Everything you know.
Drink up, you may need it.
That bad?
We're going on a little trip, and then we'll know.
Oh, good. Where?
Back about 300 years.
Well, I'm ready.
I will be. Come on. You asked about Jacques Eloi de Monde. Why?
I want answers, Vanjie, not questions.
Where did you hear that name?
I didn't hear it, I saw it. Attached to a very important document, legal ones.
Old ones?
Brand new.
He couldn't have signed those.
Jean-Paul Desmond did.
He was putting you on.
And if he was, I failed to see the joke. He was quite serious at the time, and actually I flew all the way down here just to get his signature on these.
Guess you'll have to wait for Quito now. He'll take either you or your papers back to Maljardin and have them properly signed.
I'm promised a 300-year-old trip, and it turns out to be a half-hour journey across the channel. Some magic.
Let's hope we can keep it that way. Even in memory, let Jacques Eloi de Monde remain dead.
And because of what you've done, Raxel's convinced that you've conjured up a ghost.
ridiculous.
Is it?
Suppose I would...
Suppose you were to what, Jean-Paul?
Be reasonable, Alison, dear. Suppose I were to accuse you of reincarnating my great-great-great-great-great-niece, Louise Sophie. That rather glowering-looking damsel hanging there, or anyone else who departed these vales of tears for years, such as Etienne Desmondes, or Solange Desmondes, the rather hawk-nosed looking doxy on the wall, or any of the others of these denizens of ancestral portraits in this gallery who have long since molded into dust. Now, you are accusing me of liberating one from his grave. Don't you think that's a bit ridiculous?
Probably.
Come on, Alison. Be reasonable. You're appalled because of what I did to Erica, because I believe that in the future she will be restored to life. You, a doctor, treat it as if it were witchcraft beyond belief, yet you listen to a primitive old servant woman babble along in an idiotic way. Now, Alison, you must be consistent.
I didn't say that I believed Raxel.
Then what?
You know, every time I see you, I realize more and more that you are two different people. And one is Jean-Paul, the man who married my sister, a little sadder, and since my sister's death, of course, but a man I've always admired and am fond of. And the other is...
Oh, that's better, that's better. I was hoping you would still continue to have a high regard
Oh, please,
for
now
me.
let me finish.
Of course. You were saying about the other. A man like...
Like the man I dreamed of. Like him.
Jacques! Why, you do believe in ghosts.
I certainly do not believe in ghosts. You have no idea how you've changed. I know that the shock of Erica's death has done something to you, but Jean-Paul, you've got to get away.
Never.
We've all got to get away from here.
I can't, at least not just now.
Well, I'm going to. And I'm going to take Erica with me. Erica is dead. And I think she deserves a decent funeral service.
Funeral service. Of course, it's my fault. You see, I don't consider her dead. And because of that, I suppose I have been wrong in denying her God's protection. But don't you see, if I return her to him, then she is lost from me forever.
Jean-Paul, even in these few moments, you have been two different people.
Bravo. Bravo. You have handled it almost as well as I could.